for this exciting session that we have. Something to clear that this session is actually not a part of ICCC program, but we wanted to share a great announcement with you all to know that how you can actually help the students around you leverage so much things that Mindler has to offer. So this is a session that is dedicatedly for the students. You also can enhance their, empower them with lots of rewards and lots of services that you want them to help with. So definitely, this is not a part of the ICCC program, but this is kind of an announcement that we would like to make it for you all. Very good evening, everybody. Good evening. And as you can see, we have Prateek sir, PD sir, and Mansi, the newest person you can see since the morning. But you will be learning a lot from this session. So Mansi, over to you now.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya. Yes, we as the team are very excited to tell all of you amazing educators about this initiative. This is the third year and it has been going successfully, but we would want it to be even more successful. And here we would like to join hands with you all because we know how you all would be interested in creating a social impact, which is our goal for this vertical of ours. Before I reveal a lot, I will now hand it over to PD or Parikshit sir to tell you all a little bit about the initiative, and then I will come back in again.
Yeah, thanks, Mansi. Good to see all of you here. And I believe as many of you are still joining in, I know it's been a long day for all of you, okay, with so many sessions and case studies. And this is where the Mindler team will help you with or share what is this Mindler Scholarship Hunt, Talent Hunt all about. As in the morning when I was setting the context and I shared with you that you are part of 34th International Certified Career Coach online program. Now this started in March 2020 when COVID had hit us, and there were stories where during the lockdowns, people were losing their jobs. Students were finding it very difficult to connect with universities, and no one knew what was happening. It was a space where we were looking at the entire year. Possibly, we didn't know at that time that the entire education is going to be online for many years. We had no clue whatsoever. And this was the time when this initiative took place. What happened? This was an initiative where 12th class students, the graduating class, because you can understand it's March and April when the graduating class comes through, and there is no way they can connect with universities at that time because all of us were trying to figure out what to do. And that's the time when we created this initiative, and we didn't know how far we will take this. Now, what is this all about? This was where we immediately got in touch with many leading universities of the country, and we said, these are difficult times. We have no idea how students are going to connect with you. And this is a time when parents are struggling. There could be, we had already started discussing how many industries were being hit. And that's the time when we requested them, can we create a one of its kind scholarship and talent hunt program, which will be, and then we looked at the numbers, and thankfully, many universities agreed to be a part of it. And when we started looking at the final numbers, universities were kind enough, and the grant went, I think we crossed 20 crores. Finally, of course, it went on to about 25 crores worth scholarships for students, and about 3,000 plus students from India and UAE got these scholarships. And in a way, Mindler, we were very proud to be part of this initiative. So before the team shares this with you, let me just quickly take another minute to help you. This initiative is for everyone, each one of us. How? The real takeaway is for 12th class students, okay, the graduating class. However, all of us can play a part in this. How? Whether in the near and dear domain, whether we are connected with schools, if more and more students can participate in this scholarship. Now, for participation, what all do they have to do? Number one, they have to go to a particular the link which the team will share with you, and they have to upload their profile meaning their academic profile as to what they have done. Post the academic profile, there is also profile about the extracurriculars and co-curriculars. And then they also go through a Mindler assessment, an assessment which tests your aptitude, personality, and many other areas. Once this is done, your profile, your assessment, everything, yes, all the boards, international boards and Indian boards, all the boards are state boards, all the students, this is applicable to only the residents of India and UAE. Next, excuse me. Once they do this, now there are a lot of other benefits other than just scholarships. It is also about, if there is any question mark on what courses I should do, this assessment also helps you figuring out what are the possible courses that you could be looking at. Then it looks at your interest, specialization, it looks at your personality, leadership quotient, all those things. And then students are able to see which are the universities and what kind of scholarships or financial aid is available to them. And this is an initiative where all of you, wherever you are, whether you're part of school, not part of school, if in any way you can be related to any 12th class student, and then you can contribute to them taking part in this, there is no fee whatsoever for any participating student. It is completely free initiative. It is just so that they can take part and they can right. Okay. So now Mansi and the entire team will take you through this, and if at any point of time you feel that, oh, I know these many students who took part in this initiative and they went on to get a scholarship or a financial aid, a pat on the shoulder for yourself. Okay. Over to you, Mansi.
Thank you, PD, for informing all our lovely educators about this initiative. Now I would like to bring in Prateek to tell you a little bit more in detail about how we got here and what to do from here on.
Thank you. Thank you. In fact, Parikshit and I were just coordinating this. And in fact, we didn't get too much time this morning to actually plan this session. And we were thinking, and it's incidental that exactly the points that you wanted to share is what I was planning to take you through. Basically, the journey. I think very important. While this is a great initiative, it's something which any class 12 students from any board from India and Middle East can leverage. As PD said, completely free of cost, and it allows them to get a lot of benefits. And I'll take you through that in detail. I've got a structured presentation ready for you to just understand everything step by step, how you can contribute. And we've also made it a little exciting because we always believe, I think, if there are people who can help us in our journey, who can help make the impact that we are trying to bring about, we would love to have them in this entire initiative, and I've got some exciting rewards too. So I'll take you through all of that. But just one point I'd like to add. This was early, I think April 2020, wherein COVID had just set in and we had no clarity of how things were. I think everything which Parikshit just mentioned was exactly what we were thinking. And there was a big need wherein the entire vision statement was that how do we enable all class 12 students to navigate their journey from school to college. It's like we knew this was going to be a year where they will not have access to any kind of profile building activities in terms of the on-ground exposure, MUNs, different things that used to happen in schools. The second thing, we knew that it will take time for a lot of things to happen online because it was a completely new environment for everybody. So it has its own small inertia. People are trying to understand how much this will last, what will happen. So all of that was going on. Then on the other hand, we had all our university partners who we were working with. They were also like, we want to engage with the kids for various programs that we want to offer. So given all these things is where this entire Mindler scholarship and talent hunt idea was born. And it's part of a two-step process, which I will share with you. Wherein the plan for us was very simple, that we have so many schools that we work with. Can we in this year, while everybody is going to have a low time, it's going to be a hard hit on the industry overall, can we in some way contribute? And that is where we came up with this entire concept, that let's connect with universities and act as a bridge, help them get access to amazing scholarships. We were able to get access to over 25 crore worth scholarships, and we have been doing now year on year. So I will take you through all of that in detail now. I've just gonna quickly just put up my screen to just recap what the first point I was talking about. Okay, so this entire program and initiative is called the Mindler Navigate program. Okay, which has a very simple objective, as I said, helping students to navigate their journey from school to college. So that is the key objective. Now, there are two phases to this program when we launched. The first phase was something called as the Mindler internship program. And phase two is what we are going to discuss today, which is the Mindler scholarship and talent hunt. I would love to share what we have done in the Mindler internship program to just give you an idea of the kind of work that went in and how this entire journey. We have now done this for 2 years. We have successfully completed, and this is the third season. So as I said, it started in peak of COVID in 2020. We did the second cycle in 21, and it has been such a success. We have had such good, amazing feedback from our students in schools, institutions, school leaders, that we thought, why not continue it? Because I think giving access to financial aid, scholarships, in any way we can create that, it would be amazing for any student. Now, just to give you 1 minute overview about the Mindler internship program. Now, this was a program which we have curated for class 12 students. And the biggest point here was that students obviously get exposure to various things, but I think a very important element is life skills which are necessary for them to move towards the college world from the school world. And we all know it's something which people fall into or learn by their entire journey, and it is not something which is structurally explained to anyone. So in this entire internship program, completely free of cost, no cost attached in any part of this entire journey, just pure impact was the objective. This was more like a 4+ week, completely flexible timing designed work from home program. And we didn't know this, but when we started this, we wanted to just impact kids. And within the first year, it turned out to be the world's largest internship drive. We had over 18,000 students registering in cycle 1, which is in 2020. So, and that is where we realized we are on to something which students are keen on, they are interested in, and that is how this entire journey built in. Now, this particular year, we just completed the internship program enrollments, and we have the first batch which closed yesterday. We have another 4 batches which are going to continue to run. We have impacted over 25,000 students. We have curated awards worth 10 lakh prizes, performance awards for them. We have had amazing master classes from industry mentors, right from entrepreneurs to people from Web 3.0, from people from the crypto world, from life skill trainers, to talking about how do you actually manage time, how do you build your skills. So it's like a program which is very soft skill focused, but also designed to give you more and more exposure. And this program is then followed by the entire scholarship hunt initiative. This entire program is completely virtual. So there's an app which all these students did. Again, we've created a full-fledged app because of the kind of response that we got from the students. And this app has classes where the students can join in, they can learn on the fly. This program ended, the registrations ended last week, November. So as I said, 25,000 plus students are part of this journey. And if ever you get some time, right, just go to our Instagram page and just see. We tell them to do various assignments and they come and post their work. It is phenomenal. Okay, it's just crazy the kind of stuff they're doing. For example, there was one of the tasks wherein we helped the students in terms of how do you build your LinkedIn presence? What is the importance of creating a digital presence in today's time when a large number of interviews and interactions with universities, when you're going for admissions, will happen virtually? How do you go about it? We did all of that. And the kind of work that kids have done, the kind of profiles they have created, the kind of work they have done, phenomenal. So happy to just give you an overview of that. Now, this is followed by the second initiative, which is phase 2, which is now live, which is called the Mindler Scholarship and Talent Hunt. So without talking about anything else, I'll just purely focus on this now for the next 5 minutes and give you a quick overview of what this is. And we'll also then talk about how you can help. The entire idea of this session, we knew we were having all the educators coming in, and then we have huge alumni pool of counselors and educators who have gone through. So the idea was that why don't we loop them also in this exercise? In fact, when we were discussing, we realized why didn't we bring in our partners during the internship program too? We could have done that, although we did share communications and messages on all the groups that we have. We do that, but we thought, why not this time do a pure session and tell our partners, our educators, how we are going to go about it. And if they want to contribute in any way, they can always do that. So the idea is just to share information here, tell you what we are doing. If you feel like contributing, you have students who could leverage this, do that. And we are also coming up with some exciting rewards, etc., for our educators who want to be part of this. Now, what is the Mindler Scholarship and Talent Hunt? Before I get into that, I just want to tell you the kind of impact it has created. In the last 2 years, we have had 100,000 students, 1 lakh students registering and participating in this. They have come from 1,100 plus schools. There have been over 3,000 scholarships that we have curated from universities and institutions and extended that to the students. In terms of the participation, there were questions on which boards are eligible to students are from which boards are eligible to apply. So we had almost every board. We had over 60% students from state board, CBSE, about 20% students coming in from state board, few from ICSE, then international curriculums, NIOS, and few others. So the idea was to have a well representation, get students from all across. In terms of streams, which is the well-defined subject combinations that they have taken, very, very representative of the country in general, majority coming from the science subject background, then commerce, and then humanities, a very good ratio of male to female as well. And one of the biggest successes for us was that when we launched this, we wanted to do it for India and Middle East, particularly talking about India. We were able to touch each and every state, right? If you look at this heat map, obviously there were certain regions and very population driven factor as well, which are darker in terms of the heat map, but we had registrations from almost each and every state of the country, and that was the most heartening factor for us. And it's largely due through our school outreach, our educators connecting. So that's what we had achieved. Now, when a student is part of this, just to reiterate, any class 12 student who is looking at joining college would be able to leverage these scholarships. I saw a question on somebody having a drop year. Yes, even they would be eligible by default because they're also looking at joining an institution. So if they have the profile, they have the skill set, they can definitely participate. Now, there are 4 takeaways that any student who is part of this journey get. Number 1, obviously, we are curating scholarships from them, so they are able to get access to that. Over and above that, during the scholarship evaluation and the hunt process, we also give them access to various career planning tools, so they can get to know what are the best fit careers for them. They can do a comprehensive self-profiling, where do they stand in terms of the various kind of activities they can do. They can explore all the partner universities that we have put on board so that they can get to know about their programs. So those are some of the key benefits that the student take away with themselves by participating in this, and completely free of cost, as I mentioned. Now, we had a very, very strong start to this. And this is something I wanted to share, very, very proud of. It was a really nice moment for us to have somebody like Dr. Kiran Bedi coming in. We had shared this initiative with her and talked about, and the first thing Dr. Bedi did was that I have 2 foundations, and I have all the students there. Mindler has to first go and support them. So we were doing that. And then she was gracious enough to come and launch this initiative for us, wherein she talked about this entire initiative, but she gave a very interesting tagline to this, that this entire initiative for me is more like something which will help you determine not just your attitude, but your aptitude. And she went on to say even altitude. So very interesting. It happened. If you want to get a glimpse of this, it is on our social media channels. You can do that. I just wanted to share this to tell you the kind of people who are supporting us and are backing us on this. Now, in terms of the kind of scholarships, this is just a break of that. So we have curated about 25 crore worth scholarships for students. These come in the form of 3,000 plus scholarships, which we have put together from different universities. Some are merit based, some are profile based, some are in general based on various parameters. Over and above that, From our end as Mindler, what we are also doing is we will be identifying the top 10 students and we will be providing them 50% scholarship to any Indian university of their choice, because we know a lot of institutes of eminence do not generally participate in mega initiatives like that. But they don't have those admission and outreach teams to do that, because they are like the IITs or the NITs or the NID, or any Delhi University, etc. So students who are going there and are phenomenally talented, we want to support them too. And then obviously the third side benefit of all of this is that you are able to discover different programs. And what we have tried to do is make sure that these benefits are across the board in terms of career domains. There is no one particular career domain which we are focusing on, whether it is sports management. I saw somebody talking about sports. So Pratham, who was there on the call, he had spoken to the Indian Institute of International Institute of Sports Management, ISM, who offers programs in this domain. We got them on board. We have programs in data science. We have scholarships for psychology, economics, law, design, ethical hacking, event management, any possible career domain which generally exists and are offered. We brought that under this umbrella. Now, some of the universities, just to give you a glimpse, some big names in terms of the kind of universities that they are, right from Ahmedabad University in Gujarat to Atria in Bangalore, Flame University in Pune, Sai University in Chennai. You'll see most of them are liberal-led universities. Then when you go to some of the other course program campuses like Mahe, which is Manipal, SRM University in Andhra, Vidyashilp, Jagran Lake City University in Bhopal. Tapmi again has come out with an amazing BBA program. Students, Tapmi was very, very well known for their MBA program, but they have now come in for their BBA program, which is an amazing program. Then Amrita University, IISM, as I said, Amity, even a few international universities we have got to partner with. Along with, I'll come to the international ones, but some of the other ones would include Karnavati, again in Gujarat, World University of Design, Vijay Bhumi, SRM. Some of the international partners would include universities from Canada, Australia, a school like Hult, and so many more. So we are continuously adding on to this. The idea is that as much engagement we can do, as much awareness we can create. And then over and above this, if there is a particular university which is not there in the list in India, students want to vie for that as well, Mindler is always there to help. Now, I will take a quick pause here. I also saw Pratham was on the call. I don't know if he's there. If he wants to come in and add a couple of pointers before Mansi takes you through the key processes and timelines, and now how can you contribute? Like what we have done is very, very quickly, we have within your certified ICCC program dashboards, all of you have your own unique dashboard when you register for the program. We have created a referral mechanism there, and Mansi will take you through that in detail as to how that works and how you can contribute. But before that, Mansi, I just wanted to see if Pratham is there, if he wants to add anything. If there are any questions on the chat till now, which you want me to answer, I'll be happy to do that. And then we can spend the next 10 minutes quickly telling them about the process and having our partners contribute to this as well.
If anyone has any questions, do send it in the chat. We will be more than happy to answer those. It is for students looking for undergraduate admissions in the year 2023. So 11th grader will not be eligible for the same. Yes, if someone has taken a drop year and is interested in taking admission next year, can apply for the same.
Okay, I see Anuradha saying 18 December is too short. No, Anuradha, there is enough time for this. 18 December is when this opens up, right? Where the students can register. That is why we wanted to do this before that. Right now, what is going on is the pre-registration for this. 18 December onwards, it opened. This is going to be open for the next 1 month. So we have time till almost 30th of January. That is where we close the registration, and 31st, we announce the results. Yes, students, whoever are participating, they not only get certificates, the top performers get letter of recommendation. They are weekly awards that we are giving to students. The grand prizes for students include stuff like Apple iPad, there is Amazon Kindle, there is earpods, there is vouchers. I don't know. There's so many things which we have arranged for the students to get. So it's super fun. There are a lot of questions I can see around who is eligible, right? I'll just recap. Any class 12 student or any student who's dropped out, who's looking at getting into a college, these universities, as you saw, are all undergraduate universities, and they have partnered with Mindler for their undergraduate programs. So anybody who is in the MSc or already pursuing a PG, no. I see a very interesting question from Aruna. Why only India and UAE? Why India? For obvious reasons, that most of the universities and the situation schools that we know with, the reason we opened up to India and UAE is those are the countries in which largely Mindler works with the schools. So we were working with those students, and that's where the ideology came in. We started with India and UAE in year one, but very quickly we expanded to the entire Middle East because we had a lot of students who want to come to study in India. We even supported last year students coming in from Nepal. So we are open to making it as inclusive as possible. It's just given our reach, we kept it to India and Middle East to start with. But yeah, as we are going along, I think we will have many more nationalities come in. Okay, Ravi has questions on how to participate. What tasks are we going to perform in this? Great. So I think we are right at the cusp of telling them exactly this as to how they can contribute. So I'll take a pause now, Mansi. Over to you. And you can just take them through. I'll be online. And yes, Nirmal, the registrations are open for all class 12 students right now. They have another 1 month to come in and register. They're going to be live till at least the 30th of Jan. However, I would recommend to register as soon as possible. The perfect time would be anytime after 18th of December. They can come in and register. Back to you, Mansi.
Thank you. Okay, going forward, let's quickly talk about, give me 1 second. Yeah. Pratik, I'll just share my screen.
Yeah, I'll just stop my screen share. You can do that. Till then, I'll take a few questions. I saw a question. What are the criteria considered? We will cover that in this couple of slides. We will also talk about, okay, so the chat went away. Just a second. Yeah. There was another one. Most state board children prefer local places. Yes, we are covering, Anuradha, most regions, and there are multiple universities as part of that. So we are going to be covering that. Mansi, if you could just go to the previous slide and just explain the timelines once so that we can then do that.
Absolutely. Perfect. Okay. So let's understand the timelines for Mindler Scholarship and Talent Hunt a little bit better. Okay, there are very simple steps that students are expected to do. The first step is, of course, registration. When I talk about registration, PD already spoke about, filling academic details, any extracurricular activities they may have done. Now, if we would have been 2 months behind, the registration wouldn't have been open, but because we are at this date, registrations for MSTH have begun. Now, after registration, the second part comes your profile and talent evaluation. Here, you complete your profile as in any detail that is incomplete, and at the same time, take the scholarship assessment. Basis the scholarship assessment, the students will be a little bit more aware of what courses they should select when they are selecting their preferences. So right now, if any of your students comes to the scholarship website, be it from your link or our link, they will be able to register, they will be able to fill their profile, and they will be able to take the assessment. Now, what will happen from 18th December at 6:30 p.m. onwards, which is in 2 days, approximately around this time, the scholarship references will go live. By scholarship preferences, I mean the students will be able to see a list of all the universities that are available on our portal and are offering scholarships to your students. Now, what is this step? It is very, very simple. They just have to kind of select which universities they would like a scholarship from. Now, I would like to emphasize, getting a scholarship does not equate to getting an admission, right? So this is very important for all our educators to understand and for them to inform their students about this. So let's say I have applied to University A and I have gotten scholarship from University A. I still have to follow their admission process. After I get admission into that particular university, I can then avail the scholarship. If I do not get admission, that scholarship becomes null and void. Now, when do you come to know if you've gotten a scholarship? You come to know this on 31st of January, 2023. So there is enough time. It's till the end of Jan that your students can register, fill their profile and complete their preferences till 31st of Jan. 31st of Jan is where we announce the results, and that is when the entire process or procedure closes. I hope this has given some clarity in terms of what would the timeline or the processes be for your students. Now, going forward, we have something called the Mindler coffee table book. Now we understand that it is sometimes very difficult for us to navigate information. At the same time, it can also get very overwhelming for our students to understand what is happening, what universities are there, what courses are they offering, where are they, what is the fees like. So many questions we may have. So to make all of this very easy for you and your students and to make it very accessible, we are going to be creating a coffee table book. Here, I am just showing you an example of one of the universities. Let's say it's Flame University. So within the book, if you go to Flame University, you will be able to see information about the university. You will be able to see what awards the university has gotten. You'll be also able to view their research and faculty highlights. You'll also understand, or your students will understand, which programs is Flame as a university offering, what is their admission criteria as well as timeline, right? So let's say by 31st Jan, you have understood that you have gotten, let's say, a scholarship from Flame. You know exactly what you need to do to get an admission. At the same time, as educators, of course, we want to know what kind of industry tie-ups do they have, what kind of infrastructure does the campus have or the university have. All of that has been put and summarized all in one place specifically for you and your students. It is not just one university, it is going to be all the university on our portal. You will be able to see in one place. So you won't even have to go to 30 different websites. You'll only have to go to one link. We will be sharing this book with you once the entire process starts for us, right? I hope this book will help you understand and get all the information together in one place. Now, let's talk about how you can contribute to give your students a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So let's quickly understand. Now, of course, we know how much time and effort it's going to take for you to create the social impact that we want you to create. So to recognize this, we will be identifying top 75 educators to be recognized as mindless 75 change makers. We know it is not going to be an easy feat, but I am sure all of y'all are more than ready to take this challenge. Other than that, to sweeten the pot, we are also giving Amazon vouchers for every student that joins from your referral and completes the entire process. Now, how will you do this? How am I supposed to tell my friends or my students about this? Let's talk about it. For our older educators who are here, I'm sure you're all already familiar with your dashboard. To our new educators who are here, don't worry. Our dashboard is very user-friendly. It will not take you more than 5 minutes to understand what is happening. Yes, Pradeep.
Mansi, quick one to button, not older. I thought that, okay, we're talking about, we have a new dashboard for some of the people who are slightly above in age. No. What Mansi meant is, obviously, there are a lot of people who have joined in the International Certified Foundation program today. So all of you have just come in today. But in this session, we also have a lot of past alumni members. I can see some of the members like Ankit and others who are already there, who have been associated with Mindler. So they've also joined in. So that's what Mansi meant, older.
I am sorry, I should have clarified our previous educators who have attended this foundation level, not older educators. My bad in framing that. So you will come to know about a dashboard. You will see, if you have gone through the dashboard, that there's this very interesting tab called Refer and Earn. Now, trust me, it is so very, very simple. Here, you can see that each of you is going to get an individual link. So when I open my dashboard and I copy this link, is going to be very different from the link that is available on Prateek's dashboard. Now, all you have to do is simply click on this copy link button and send it to our students who are in 12th grade and looking for undergraduate admission in 2023. Now, remember, if your students do not use your link, but use a general link, you will not be able to see them reflected. So let's say 4 students have used my link. I will be able to see that 4 students have registered using my link. Now, it's going to be very easy. We want you to, let's say, for example, we can even send you all messages or information of how to do it. You can also send a simple message to your grade 12 students, asking them to be a part of the largest scholarship drive, and make sure to send your unique link. Now, there is another tab called referral history. Okay, here you will be able to see how many of your students have been registered, how many students profile is pending. By pending, it means that we always verify if a student is a genuine student or no. We understand that a scholarship sounds like a great opportunity, and also it allows a lot of people to create fake profiles. I'm sure we as educators understand how important being a genuine student is, which is why we always go through each and every profile to understand if that student is a genuine candidate or no. Now, after that profile pending stage, you can also see, has the student started the scholarship assessment or no? If they haven't, you can always drop them a message saying that, oh, are you going to probably do your assessment soon? Now, you'll also get to see, let's say from our end, we have verified. So let's say from 4 of your students, 3 have been verified. It's a great step that they have now done. After completing their assessment, they now move on to preferences that are pending. So after 18, they will be able to go live and select their preferences. And after they hit submit, you will be done. That student of yours will be done with the entire process. So you can keep referring and looking at your dashboard every few days to understand where a particular student of yours is, right? So let's say there is a student called Isha or Raghu, you'll be able to see exactly which stage they are at. Are they in profile pending? Are they in preferences pending? Are they in assessment pending? All you'll have to then do is, we know how students can get, you just have to nudge them a little and they will be right on the move. Now, how does it work? I am going to break it down into even simpler steps. It's going to get very easy, trust me. Now, how can you refer a grade 12 students? You can chat with them, you can send them an email, you can use any social media page that you communicate them with, like it can be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, right? You choose how you want to communicate with your students. You have to select your channel and remember to share your referral code. If you share a generic code, they will not be reflected in your system. Then the second step is where your student goes and registers and completes the entire Mindler scholarship and talent hunt process. So again, we've spoken about very simple steps: register, complete profile, give the assessment, complete preferences, and that's about it. Very, very simple ones. Remember that all your students are eligible for a scholarship. Next, what is in it for you? There are 2 very important things. Of course, for every valid referral that you have, you will be getting Amazon vouchers from our end. Remember, this will be given to you at the end of Feb. So you can't be like, I got one more student, where is my voucher? It's okay. We will give you an accumulative amount. Imagine getting 5,000 rupee vouchers versus one 5,000 rupee voucher. Trust me, we all want the one 5,000 rupee voucher. And the last one is, of course, you get to be a Mindler 75 change maker. This is a very great, I would like to say, award that we are giving for our educators, because they understand our mission for creating this social impact. And we are very glad to go hands in hand with all of y'all to help us make this impact even bigger. Now, just a quick snapshot of what the students would look like, or what the journey for the students would look like, right? So if the students go onto their dashboard, first step, very simple, complete your profile. Like we've already spoken about, profile talks about very simple details. Second, they take the scholarship assessment. Scholarship assessment will help them understand, okay, which stream should I kind of select, or maybe which college should I apply to, or which college should I select in my scholarship preferences. Third step, very simple. Trust me, this is the easiest step, where they have to select which domain they would like to study in further, and then select universities in that, and that's about it. The last step is where they check their scholarship result, which happens in the end of Jan, and it's very, very simple. We've had great success stories where they have received conditional offers from different universities. Trust me, in the last 2 years, we've given more than 6,000 scholarships to our students, and not just in one particular field. It has been overall multiple streams, be it arts, commerce, science, humanities, liberal education, you name it, and we've given it, right? So remember, it is very simple, but The key for all of us to understand is that this is a conditional scholarship. Students still have to apply and get accepted to the university for their standard admission process. Right, with that, I would just like to pause and take up any questions that anyone might have.
Also, once if you could just go the slide back, I think that is one of our biggest story. In fact, at the end of doing all of this, when we were able to roll these out, like for example, we had Atria University giving 100% scholarship in the life science domain. We had Amrita giving a 75% scholarship. Very important point Mansi mentioned. Last year we had one kid who got this confusion, who had got this, and he hadn't gone through the process. He didn't read all of that. So basically, all we had to do is just make sure that they apply. So the step is very simple. You apply to your universities. You try and get this offer letter, which is like an additional scholarship conditional letter, which the university will then be able to extend that scholarship to you. And also to recap, just make sure I am putting the link of the scholarship hunt portal on the chat. This is just for you to refer, in case, just for you to read and go through and just get an idea. In case you want to share it with your students, Mansi, if you could just go back on the dashboard, make sure you for the back one was like, yeah, just go to your dashboard, go to this refer and earn, copy your link. Once you copy your link, Mansi, the next slide, this message gets copied, this message, and then you can send it to anybody, and try and do that so that then you can actually see who has registered, where they are, and be part of this. And we're super excited actually to launch this Mindler 75 change maker as well. So obviously one was, we thought let's create a nice reward mechanism for all of you who's wanting to contribute. So we thought of the easiest thing as Amazon vouchers. But I think very importantly, this Mindler 75 change maker is an initiative which we are bringing in, wherein we want to recognize the educators who are trying to shape the career guidance landscape and contributing. We interestingly did something called the Mindler 20 under 20 for all our class 12 students. So last year we rolled out that list for the first time. So out of all these 20,000 students who participated in the internship program, we identified the best 20 guys, had them to do various assignments, evaluated them, interviewed them, and then selected the best 20 guys. This year also we are doing that. So you will get to see that. So over and above, we thought from that ideas that as well and identify as many people who want to contribute. So yeah, with that, we'll take a pause and go to your questions. For just to keep a check of all the universities, what all is happening, just follow any of our Insta or LinkedIn IDs. We'll just put the link on chat so you can follow us there. I see a question. Anuradha, so our job is to handle the students to ensure that this is further, that's the test too. No, Anuradha, so largely you can help them contribute. I think the idea is to just get them to the portal. It's a self-navigating journey. If they have any queries, help them out. The 3 steps that are there is, number 1, as a student, I have to register. I have to enter my profile, which is talk about all the achievement, all the accolades that I've done. I'll show that also to you. Mansi, if you could just go to the student dashboard, we can re-explain that point. So when a student logs in and they register, they get 4 steps. Step number 1, obviously registration. They then have to complete their profile. In the profile, they basically get to add whatever achievements they have done, what extracurriculars they have done, any internships, any leadership position they held, any languages they know. And we have an algorithm through which we score that. That is one. They then enter their academic history, which is their scores that they've got in the past, which is again another factor. And then finally, they take the scholarship assessment, which is something which is not like a test. It's not like an entrance exam. It's a more of a psychometric assessment, which helps us understand their personality, their emotional intelligence, their leadership quotient, their interest, their aptitudes. So it's more on those lines rather than making it a very academic evaluation. It's more about whether you have the soft skills and the personality traits, etc., to do really, really well. So that those are the factors. And then the students are able to choose, okay, this is the career domain I'm looking at. These are the universities that are there. Which are the ones I want to get a scholarship from? They choose that, and that's how this works, right? There is a question, is this scholarship based purely academic? No, I just mentioned that 3 factors. Factor number 1, your past academic record. Factor number 2, your profile, the awards, the extracurriculars that you have done. And the last one is the results of the scholarship assessment, which is basically your personality, your aptitude, your emotional quotient, your leadership skills, and so much more. Antul has a question, but can we share this link with other educators who may not be? Yes, absolutely. The idea is to reach to masses. Please do that. Give them your link and then let them share it out. The idea was that we knew that there were so many educators and we are doing that. So all our school owners, principals, teachers, educators, Mindler does reach out to them and tell them to leverage that. So feel free to do that. Not an issue. Sangeeta, you're not able to copy the link. Sangeeta, if you just copy the link and just paste it anywhere, you will see a message will come, which is like a ready-made message. You can send it on WhatsApp anywhere, it should work. Do underprivileged kids get preference? Yes, any student from any segment is more than welcome. Last year, we had a lot of students from various foundations, a few NGOs, like Dr. Kiran Bedi has brought in a couple of foundations herself who are going to be participating. The idea is we are focusing on kids with the best talent. So that's largely the focus. It doesn't matter which economic background they come from.
Also, I would just like to emphasize over here that the universities decide how much scholarship is given to a particular student, right? So there is scholarship right from 25% to 100%. It is now decided basis the student and the student like profile, their assessment, their ability, all of it together. So yes, in the past we have given 100% scholarship. It is not that we haven't, but it's not like we give 3,000 students 100% scholarship. Just wanted to also clarify that.
Yeah. There are a lot of people asking for the link to the portal. I'm putting it again, but do remember, use the link from your ICCC dashboard. All of you have that, so use that. Age of the students, Akanksha, class 12 students. So my assumption would be in the range of 17 to 19. But anybody who's seeking admissions in 2023 is eligible. Is it for a particular course in the university? Most universities have listed multiple programs and they are part of it. Very few universities would remove one or two. Let's say a particular university for XYZ reason does not offer a scholarship in a particular course. So that could be exempted, but most are covered. How to reach mass students? Hriday, I didn't get that question. Nirmal, or any course in any university. So yes, any course in any university, absolutely. Archana has a very interesting question. How do I access my ICCC dashboard? So all of you who are there in the conference since morning would already have the link to it through multiple channels. But after this session, we will be sending you an emailer which will have your link to your dashboard, particularly for our members who have been there with us for months and years. You might have forgot your credentials, so we'll be sending you a link through that you can join in. But you can always just go to the, I'll put the link, the ICCC dashboard, which is your website, the ICCC website. Just go there. /ICCC. Go there. If you've forgotten your password, just reset it. You're good to go. You don't need any help from our end. But yeah, we will be sending you the link. Just watch out for the email from our end.
I also saw another question, which is, will the students be guided about the admission process? So another thing that Prateek mentioned was that we would have University Connect sessions here. Questions that students may have, they can reach out to universities in that webinar and get that solved as well. Prateek, there's a very interesting question, which is the coffee table book available for purchases to give to different schools?
Okay, before I take that up, I will also talk about this question from Ramesh, who says, my intention is to reach the masses. So should I use LinkedIn? Absolutely, we do that. You go to our LinkedIn, we're doing that. I personally have been posting it from my personal account, keeping a track internally within Mindler as to who's also trying to impact the maximum number of students. Feel free to do that any mode, WhatsApp, emails, whatever works for you. Coming to the coffee table book. Coffee table book we publish every year. What we will do is for all the participants today, the moment this is launched in mid-Jan, the book, virtual book, it is under development. We will send the link to all of you of the virtual coffee book. It is going to be completely free of cost, so you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to purchase anything. So you can just get access to that. No worries at all.
Also, someone asked, is there scholarship for specific domains? Again, when a student selects which domain they would like to apply for, they will see universities, they will see scholarship amount. So yes, we are covering an entire range. You name a subject, you name a stream, we are covering it from a particular university or the other. So yes, we are covering an entire range of streams.
Akanksha has a very interesting question. In the coming future, any chance of us adults getting scholarships? Well, Mindler works with 9 to 12 students and few undergrad kids largely. But yes, just if there is something specific that you have in mind, our coaches could guide you and help you. There are scholarship portals available. There are multiple organizations who are facilitating that. Mostly merit-based scholarships are very, very popular anyways. So whether it's even at my college, Indian School of Business, when I went ISB Hyderabad, we had scholarships basis your profile and your GMAT scores and all. So that's all there. But if there's any specific thing we can help you out with, Akanksha, just let us know. Okay, I think we have covered everything. Ramesh is thanking us. Thank you so much, Ramesh. We need some extra session on skill development for you should be part of the advanced and the master's program that Mindler runs, the international certified. We do a lot of those sessions. We cover curriculums on profile building and so much more. We will talk about that if you were there. I don't know, Antul, if you are from the previous batches or you are doing the certification program today. You are doing the program today. Okay, so great. You will be able to be a part of the level 2, level 3 programs, and we do a lot more, not just skill development. It's more focusing also on profile building, all of that. My partner login says plan expired. Radhika, this is the partner portal. I think you need to go through the ICCC program, ICCC website. In case of any issues, just write to us. Our team will help you. It clearly seems you're connected to us, so we'll definitely help you out. Okay, great. Anything else, Mansi, you want me to add? Anything, Aishwarya, from your end?
I am going to drop my email ID in case anyone has more, any queries, obviously specific to Mindler Scholarship and Talent Hunt. Please feel free to reach out to me. I've dropped my email ID in the chat. I will be more than happy to see how I can help you. If there is, maybe if it's your link, if it's any resources, just drop me a mail and I will be more than happy to help you create your social impact.
And I don't know how, but we have a class 12 student here, Amit, who says I'm a class 12 student, and amazing to see you here. I don't know through which channel you would have come in, but yeah, you wanted to get access to the session details. Just reach out to Mansi on the email ID shared below. She will help you out. I think I've been able to cover all the questions. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Great. Anything else, Mansi, from my end?
I think it was a very informative session. Also, I am very sure that after this, you will get a recording of the session. So if there's anything you want to tickle your memory with, you can visit it. If you think you want to take another approach, you can always mail me and I'll be definitely happy to get back to you at the earliest. And with that, over to you, Aishwarya.
Well, thank you so much, Mansi and Prateek, for helping all the educators know that how they can impact 12th grade students, especially when it comes to reaching out to the best universities they could. So, dear participants, as you know, you have the entire information in front of you, but in case you need any help, we, the entire Mindler team, will be there to support you. And with that, thank you so much once again for being there since morning. And of course, the people who are presently going ahead with the ICCC Foundation program, we are looking forward tomorrow at 8:45 a.m. sharp. So thank you so much once again, and a very good evening to everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. See you. Have a great